Well, we can't talk about Q*bert's Thanksgiving without first getting into, no, not the 1982 arcade game. We're already fully aware of that. It's what taught us how to curse as kids, right alongside the other Thanksgiving classic, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. The Q*bert Thanksgiving special, titled Q*bert Thanksgiving for the Memories, was part of the Saturday morning cartoon series Saturday Supercade, which ran for 2 seasons from 1983 to 84. The show featured cartoon shorts that each starred classic arcade characters like Frogger, Donkey Kong Jr., and Pitfall Harry. The Q*bert Show and Pitfall Harry rotated every week, while the second season of the show dropped Donkey Kong Jr., Pitfall, and Frogger and replaced them with shorts starring Kangaroo and the Monkey Business Gang and Space Ace. Q*bert's Thanksgiving was a Season 1 entry that aired November 26th of 83, 2 days after Thanksgiving. Oh, I can see the reaction from Q*bert right now. That episode of Saturday Supercade had a Frogger segment called I Remember Mummy, plus Donkey Kong's How Much Is That Gorilla in the Window, and Donkey Kong Jr.'s Gorilla Ghost. The best parts of these is that since some of the game's plots don't really lend themselves to any kind of story for a TV series, seeing what the writers came up with is almost awe-inspiring. Frogger, the game where you're a frog and you get across a street, has been turned into Frogger, the story of an investigative journalist and his Woody Allen-like turtle friend. Q*bert, change the color of the blocks and curse a lot, is now Q*bert, the story of a 1950s high school student, his girlfriend Cutie, his brother Cubit, his friend Q-Ball, and the bullies Coily, Ugg, Wrongway, and Viper. They're obviously the bullies because they don't have Q in front of their name, and have no springs! Q*bert was voiced by Billy Bowles, while Frank Welker was Coily, Ugg, Wrongway, Q-Ball, and Cumungus. I feel like I need a nose this size to snort whatever the writers did to come up with this. It's weird that the Back to the Future NES game sort of feels like it's an adaptation of this. The 1950s were all about sneaking a bottle of whiskey, and if you couldn't find one, just bash each other on the head until you feel drunk. It takes place in the town of Q-burg at Q High, where characters all throughout this whole special are just waiting around to say a one-liner.
I'd love turkey and all the trimmings. Sure you would, 'cause you're a dumb turkey.
There are no honor students at Q High. And with the names of the other characters being what they are, I really want to know what the name of this guy is. Luckily, the whole episode is a flashback to the very first Thanksgiving, featuring Q*bert characters on board the Q-Flower, which is bringing forth the Q-Pilgrims and their conspiracy theories. There's also games, too. The winner of something, anything, gets a Q-horse and buggy after settling on dry land and bringing the natives their valley girls.
Like, guy, I mean, tell me this is really happening. I mean, no nightclubs. I mean, really, no makeup, parlors. I mean, like, guy, this place is totally barren to the max.
I bet this is really how it went. Oh, and I got my answer to the question about the name of this guy.
I am Q Eagle.
Excellent. I can rest easy tonight, I guess. They seem to be handy around here so far. They can quickly build log cabins despite sabotage.
Bitch, what do you think, Cucumber Nose? We pulled out all the other nails.
Why did they even bring Coily and his gang on this trip with them? Even when they're planting crops, the bullies put itching powder down their pants. They brought to the New World 1980s style Revenge of the Nerds pranks and shenanigans. If it weren't for the Q-Pilgrims, we never would have gotten zany 80s comedies. Oh right, the Q-Horse and Buggy. So the finalists for this contest are Q*bert and Coily. What the hell did Coily do for him to wind up in second place? And who cares about this contest when they've discovered the easiest and fastest way to fish ever? Maybe the point of this contest is shenanigans. Cool. He brought with them to the first Thanksgiving the gift of cursing and a possible erection joke.
Saturday Supercade will return after these messages. And now back to Saturday Supercade.
But there has to be drama here to make it to a full 11-minute runtime, so Q-Bit runs away.
Oh, no! Q-Bit ran away! He says he's leaving because nobody loves him anymore.
Oh no! Coily feels that if he volunteers, he may win that Q horse and buggy. Again, what kind of contest is this? Now the Q horse and buggy are part of a missing persons reward? But props to Q-Bit for having the decency to carve Q Roatone on a tree before he left. Not that it would help these idiots.
No problem. It's pretty shallow here. It's not shallow enough.
You know, I think our main characters may just be getting in Q Eagle's way.
We must hurry.
Because how the hell did he do that? Our leads are idiots, just like Q Eagle do everything. If it was just Q Eagle here, this certainly wouldn't happen.
Only one thing you can't do in canoe like this.
What's that?
Stand up.
This is just a cautionary tale about how Q-Bert and friends nearly got everyone killed. And how all animals do exist in this universe, they just have Q-Bert noses, which is kind of disturbing. But not as disturbing as Q-Bert's snot rockets. It seems Q-Bit is having an easy enough time getting himself killed. He doesn't need extra help. Although finally, Coily has been put to good use as a rope replacement because again, no springs!
Are you still mad at me, Q-Bert?
How can we be mad at you? Coily is now dead, yay! But just when I think I'm used to all the jokes here being random.
It's tough being a snake. I don't get no respect.
Coily the pilgrim snake was used as a rope to save Q-Bit, so clearly Rodney Dangerfield reference. And that's the story about how all their food was eaten due to them searching for Q-Bit, but then Q-Eagle gave them some vegetables, and they all lived happily ever after, though we still don't know who won the Q horse and buggy.
Now, are there any questions?
Yes, I have two. Can we get some better history books? And again, who won the Q horse and buggy?
Q-Bert won!
Oh, yeah. Coily won. No, he didn't. It had to be Q-Bert.
Well, history may never know, but as long as Coily and Q-Bert still have skyrocketing egos due to them being the main characters in the teacher's Thanksgiving story, that's really all that matters. The series was all kinds of messed up. It's like its calendar was a big kill screen caused by kicking a gigantic clock. Not only did this episode air after Thanksgiving, but it also featured titles that seems like they belong in a Halloween episode, but the week prior, as in before Thanksgiving, is when the Donkey Kong Jr. Christmas story aired. But that's what happens, I guess, when your whole existence is clearly running off of burger time. This never would have happened if you put the time pilot in charge. Okay, I gotta stop this now because I think I could continue on with that kind of joke for the next hour. So have a happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and check out our other recent episodes like the Berenstein Bears Thanksgiving and a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. See you next time.